Welcome to my very first What I Eat in a Day video. I will be showing you all the things I cook and eat as a gluten-free vegan living in Jamaica. I typically start my day with something light. Fruit is normally my first choice, and today I'm having juicy sweet watermelon. This watermelon was seriously one of the sweetest watermelons I have tasted since the start of this year, and it was definitely a good start to my day. Approximately 2 hours after watermelon, I was a little bit hungry, so I decided to have this Chilla from yesterday. It's basically a wrap made from chickpea flour, and I can't wait to share the recipe with you soon. Let's make a stir fry. You're gonna need some scallions or green onions, string peas. I really love string peas so much. Tomato, I only had one, but feel free to add more. Cilantro, the best herb there is. I am literally obsessed with cilantro. I want to put it in everything. Just look at it, it's so yummy, oh my gosh. Okay, you're gonna need some quinoa. This quinoa was made from yesterday. Coconut aminos or some other form of soy sauce. This is gluten-free, of course. And we're gonna start off with some avocado oil. You can also use coconut oil. Add it to your pan. You're gonna saute some spices. So we have coriander seeds, pepper flakes, and cardamom to start. Next, we're gonna add the string beans, the tomatoes, and the scallion. You dice them up, cut them up however you like, and we're gonna give that a good stir. I don't know what happened to that one piece that wasn't cut. I seem to have missed that one. Next, we're going to be adding some salt. I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but feel free to use any salt you like. Coconut aminos or soy sauce. And we're gonna give that a good stir after we add those two items. Keep stirring it, guys. It's called stir fry for a reason. Doesn't this look so good already? Next, I'm adding some spoons of quinoa. I added about 3 spoons of quinoa. By the way, quinoa is packed with a lot of nutrients. It's very healthy, and it even has a considerable amount of protein in it, which I'm sure some people probably did not know. So eat your quinoa, guys. And my favorite part, we're adding cilantro, the queen of herbs. And that's it. We are finished with the stir-fried portion. You can eat it like this, or you can be like me and make a wrap, because I was feeling particularly hungry at that point. So I'm using this gluten-free tofayan wraps. I can't even say the word properly. And I'm just going to be toasting this in a non-stick frying pan just for a few seconds. Be careful that you don't burn the wrap. It's easily burnt. I actually burnt one of them the day before. Just keep tossing it until it's nice and brown and flexible. Then I'm scooping the stir fry portion onto the wrap as much as can hold on the wrap. So here it is, guys, my stir fry wrap. And I put some of the extra stir fry in a little bowl to eat beside the wrap. And that's a wrap. I just had to, guys. This wrap is seriously so delicious, and I cannot get over how easy it is to make. I definitely will be making this wrap / stir fry, because you can actually eat the stir fry on its own. Yeah, so give this stir fry a try and leave your comments down below on how you liked this recipe, if it's good to you also, or if I'm the only one who thinks it's bomb.com. This was filmed the day after. I actually didn't eat anything else in this day, but since I already have the footage, I'm gonna show you how I create a soup from garbanzo beans, aka chickpeas, aka chana. So I put the chana in the instant pot to cook, and I put it for a normal cycle on the beans setting. It cooks really quickly in the instant pot. I remember the days when I used to have to cook this for hours on top of the stove. It was really painful. What I normally do is cook a very large portion of chana. This way I can save on electricity, and sometimes when I'm hungry, the thought of having to rinse the peas and put them to cook and wait a whole half an hour before I can get something to eat is very daunting. So I cook a large portion, I put some of it into the freezer for later use, and then I use the other portion in the soup that I am about to create. For this recipe, you can add whatever vegetables you have on hand. I will be adding pumpkin, garlic, and ginger, which are a must, tomato, carrots, green onions, aka scallion, we call it in Jamaica, thyme, and this chocho, which I actually picked outside. And it's a twin. I find twin vegetables, bananas, whatever. Anything that comes as a twin, I think is really cool. Chocho is really nutritious and really great in soups. I will be creating my soup in the instant pot. You can also do this on top of the stove. Starting with avocado oil, you're going to set your instant pot to the saute function. Add your avocado oil. To that, you will be adding the ginger and garlic. I shred and minced mine. Next, I will be adding cardamom and star anise, the queens of spice. I really love these two spices a lot. Give that a good stir. After a few seconds, I will add some red pepper flakes and coriander seeds. Coriander seeds have this really unique flavor, which I find makes for a really delicious soup. After stirring and allowing that to saute for a bit, you're going to add your onions or your green onions or your scallion, whichever you decide to use, along with your tomatoes, and allow that to saute for a little bit. I added some salt to the mixture. This really helps tomatoes to cook down and get nice and mushy, and the flavors just start to meld together after you add the salt. I added coriander, garam masala, cumin, which is almost finished. I really need to buy some more. And I gave it a good stir. And what I have just created is the base of the flavor that will really make my soup nice and spicy. The next step is to actually cook the soup. So I hit cancel on the saute function of the pot, added enough liquid to the soup, and as a rule of thumb, I normally add enough water so that all of my ingredients are submerged. I chopped up the rest of the ingredients and added them to the pot, ensuring that enough liquid is in the pot. Especially when you're cooking with an instant pot, it's very important to ensure that your ingredients are covered in liquid. We don't want any accidents, yes? Plus, this is soup. Believe me, if you're thinking about buying an instant pot, buy it right now. So I click the soup function, set the timer to about 20 minutes and hit start. And trust me, when I say this is such a game changer for busy people, in no time my soup was finished cooking and I didn't even have to tend the pot. So So here is my soup. You can see it's a very watery, very flavorful. If you would like, you could add this to the blender and blend some of it out, which I am going to do because I don't like soup to be too watery. Et voila, it's my go-to chana soup. Not too watery, not too thick, and just the right amount of ingredients in it. You know, I think soup is really interesting because some countries actually don't put anything into their soups. As a Jamaican, I really can't relate to that. To serve, I added a large portion of cilantro. I am literally obsessed with this, which I've said multiple times since the start of this video. And I also added chopped seaweed. I had some nori. I broke it into pieces and added it to the soup for a nice little fishy flavor, sea flavor, and that's it.